No, look, even when you go to that, when you think about that story, right? Here's a person who went and, let's just say for the sake of argument, he bettered himself, right? He goes off, he learns some things, he come back to the town, and people are looking at him like, okay, we know who you are, but who are you? Right? So then he go out there, he do a couple things, he live his life. People are so busy trying to find the wrong in him, they don't want to see the rights that he's doing. Right? Now, if we put it into today's situation, right? You know, shout out to Rachel Riders, right? Riders for Life. She's always saying, she's trying to build something, right? And I'm sitting there saying, we do the same thing, right? We all trying to do the same thing, we're trying to build. Here's a situation. We sitting here, we trying to do something for people that don't have a community, don't have nobody to talk to, nobody to, embrace them, right? Whether it's the fantasy football league, whether it's just your channel, my channel, right? We trying to build things to where people can feel comfortable and walk on in. They are not willing to embrace that, but they'll be willing to embrace the nonsense of what's going on outside of this conversation, right? Whether it's Cardi B or one of those type of situations, right? Instead of them saying, you know what, let's embrace this person that's trying to do something for volunteering their time for free. They want to get into chaotic situations that's going to cause them their sanity. And I don't, I, I just don't understand where they going with this. What is the results that y'all trying to pick up? Because when people are trying to do something for free, they're giving you their time, they're giving you their opportunity. They could be doing certain other things. People don't want to embrace that. I just don't understand it. That's why I know why they, if you go by that literal story, I know why they took him out, because it's too much righteousness in the man, and the world wants chaos and mayhem. So of course you're going to sacrifice that one person. It's just like when people are doing wrong, they won't never call a person that's doing right unless they're going through something, right? You won't pick up the phone and say, you know what, hey, such and such, man, I hope everything's well with you. Man, nah, I'm just checking on, like how we check on each other, right? We check on each other even though nothing could be going on. But I ain't hear from you from a couple of days. You ain't hear from me. We'll extend pleasantries like, you good? I'm good. Nah, okay. How the kids? They all right? All right, cool. You know, but they won't do that unless there's something in it for them. They don't want to be selfless. They want to be selfish. That's just the way the world, and and it does get tiresome. So I totally understand what you're saying.
Man, and that, like, even like these last couple days when I be off air, I be trying to, like Commander suggests to go around and, bro, I can't even relate to hazardous shit this on, bro. Like the way people talk, I can't even relate to that shit because it's like everybody be in that entertainment mode. You know what I'm saying? Like I like genuine people. That's why I like coming on here and just being on my own shit. Because I know, I'm gonna attract people like me, and then I'm gonna repel people who be on their other shit. Even when they come up, I don't really get engaged into that shit. I was just sitting here talking to the dude who, he's working on the water main, and I'm talking to the dude cause they in front of my house today. They was hooking my shit up. So I'm sitting there talking to the dude, and uh, oh, what you do? And I was telling him like my life coach, and he was like, oh man, he was like, I wanted to do that, and I'm like, oh, you should try it. And he's like, man, I just don't know. He was like, bro, it's like I try to do a lot of things to help people, but the more I try to help people, the more I hurt myself. And I was like, why? He was like, 'cause people don't want to be helped. And I'm like, I told him about the podcast. He was like, I'm trying to keep it on the weekend because, shit, we got to be here at 7 in the morning. I'm like, I know, bro. Come on, man. He's like, I'm going to kill him away. And I was just meeting like real people talking about, and he was like, he gave me his number because he wanted me to train his son. Son about to go to high school. He was like, I was telling him like, I trained in my, I always have my kids outside, and we go in the front yard and do our grounding because the sun at that time is more prevalent in the front than the back. So, but yeah, bro, I was just like just thinking it with him for a minute. It was just like this is just some normal conversation, bro. I'm used to shit like that, like all that entertainment or I'm better than you or all that shit, man. It's like I don't know, man. People get YouTube famous and let that shit go to their head. You get little couple people in the chat and they think they really something, but when they turn it off, then they gotta deal with it. That shit funny. But never mind, go ahead, bro. I'll just laugh.
No, nah. I mean, even with that, this is what I'm saying, right? You have a conversation with an individual in real life, right? Well, this is real life too. I just hate saying that. Anyway, you had a conversation with the young man or the older man or the man, and now you not only do you make a connection, you make a connection to where, all right, I'm gonna have this conversation with your teenage son, which also something that you tried to develop on here, but people didn't want to embrace. It's not because it's not because you don't try, right? It's because people are really afraid. You would really all like I'm telling you, people will fight for the dumbest shit in the world. People will fight for reputation. People will fight for being right, but they won't fight for their goddamn selves. And that's the most annoying thing that I can ever understand. You would rather like you won't fight to better yourself. You won't fight to live. You won't fight to do all of these other things. But you fight for the other nonsense. You fight for a girl that don't love you. You fight for a man that abuses you. Uh, you do all of this other stuff, but for yourself, you ain't willing to invest in yourself. We had conversations about, you know, not sacrificing, but investing in yourself, right? You give up something that you think you can go without and you invest in order to become a better person, right? And people don't even want to do that. We talk about completion, we talk about elevation, growth, all of these other things, and every time it seems like we had that conversation, it seemed like people disappear because they don't want to admit that they need that type of conversation. They don't feel like, or they don't want to admit that they need that for themselves, and they don't want to self develop. They don't want to self grow. They want to do everything in their normalcy to keep their normalcy, which is less work. People don't want to work on themselves. People don't want to work in real, for real, whether it's a job, on themselves, on their relationships, whatever. But that's the backbone of life. Life is about growth, and everybody want to stunt their growth, so they fake grown, and that's annoying. So that's what y'all want to do. That's what y'all do. Me personally, I don't know. Word would probably say I'm too much. Not I'm that too much, that I care too much, because I'm not giving up on people. He can he'll tell you I'm not. Listen, I'm not with this, man. I'm different. I ain't gonna keep pouring and pouring. I'm gonna keep giving y'all a shot, because I just feel like that's something that I need to do, because some of y'all need it, even if y'all don't want to admit it. But y'all about to make people tap out, because y'all not giving these people their flowers when they're here to receive them. Y'all gonna wait till the thing is dead. Oh, this person had a great conversation. Where did it go? You killed it. Y'all killed it. Y'all killed the individual. Y'all killed the motivation. Y'all killed the momentum. So y'all can't get mad if people start disappearing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, two things real quick. I just want to say this real quick. I was on my channel, I think it was last night, and somebody was threatening doxing her. And I'm thinking like I'm listening to her talk, and I'm thinking I know Ma funny, she can be sarcastic. She'll probably say she trolls sometimes, but not to the point where you getting death threats and people doxing. Like she said, she got kids and shit. So like to people like that, I don't, like those people. you need to have some type of card or registration to come online, and you only get access to what your registration is. Because everybody don't need access to everybody, and that's what this internet do. It'll put some assholes around some good people. So I just want to say, I support you, sis. You need to talk, you need some help, hit me up. But for what you just said, bro, I was sitting here thinking the other day, and I was telling my wife, like, just looking at social media, and, like, understanding the analytics and how algorithm work, and then having like experiences online, and then in real life, I came to a conclusion. It's at least five different type of people who come on social media who even use, because everybody don't use this shit, bro. And that shit is becoming more relevant, and it's how they use it. Everybody don't use it the same way. Some people just go in there and check to see what family doing. That's why I used to use it at the beginning. But it's two type of people that I think the majority, especially like audience, not other content creators or people who make content, but just like the general audience. I think it's like two main type of people who come on here. People who come on here to escape their reality, and people who come on here who don't have a reality. Like this is the like, you know, um, and it makes sense when you think about it how the algorithm works, because like shit like self improvement, bettering yourself. If you trying to escape reality, or if you on here and this is your reality, you're not really in tune to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You more into the drama. You escaping your own reality. You don't have a reality. So now you're creating a persona on here, and you can do anything you want. Or you're running away from people telling you to do better, get better, to be better. So I think that's why, like, even what we do on here, a lot of people don't do it because people like this. It takes a certain, you gotta have a certain level of confidence and self esteem, I believe, to even come on here and admit, like, hey, I do have an issue, or I do have a problem, or I do need some help. You gotta have some form, or you gotta be in like, or you gotta be desperate. Everybody can't say I need to work on this, or I need to do better, and everybody, they pride, their ego won't allow 'em. So what we do is different, bro. It's different. So our audience gonna be different. Um, like I said, I just don't think a lot of people come on social media looking for this type of content. The more I look at it, the more I do it. Because when I get into the bullshit and just be playing around, horsing around, that's when numbers go up. But when I be on here on some serious shit, man, it'd be me and you talking and shit. I'd rather for me and you talking to a group of people who's looking for it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. I would get in a position where I can fly you out. Like, hey, we're gonna do the seminar. That shit is exciting knowing that shit in real life. You can walk, shake people's hand, you know what I'm saying? Yes, baby. You wanna say hi? Yeah. Say hi, what you got? Hi. You put it in my hand. What you got? Mm. You stay here? You told me to go to bed? You wanna change your diaper? Oh, mhm. Yeah, yeah. Come on, let's change the diaper. Dad. Oh, why you so cute? Dad. Yeah. What? Yeah, but you'll go with me and pick up Dee Dee tomorrow? Fine. You'll go pick up Dee Dee? Fine. Did you change your diaper already? Wait. Huh? Wait.
You got
What?
some.
Wait. I got my earphones
Dad.
so I can walk around the house.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. You got
You
somebody in
go
the
to the playground
background. I
tomorrow?
mean, not in the background. You got somebody in the back.
Oh, give
They
me one
acting
second.
up.
Give me one.
No, God, I
For real?
got you. But yo, check this out. Whoever this is, what's your name?
I ain't even know somebody
MC
was
Nemesis, MC Nemesis on Amazon Music. Uh, I don't know what type of time you on. Hopefully, it ain't that type of time. right? Because you ain't gonna like the results if it comes up. I'm just saying. So I need you to
Oh,
be more cautious. What'd you
mm.
say? Oh, you talking to the daughter?
Be like Naomi said, proceed with caution. I'm gonna read
Yeah,
this.
and that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, you over here talking that nonsense. If you ain't got nothing, listen, man. We just finished having this conversation. You talking about what we on? We ain't on that. But if you want the man to be on that, all you gotta do is ask
I
politely.
got
He'll give
time.
you
Hold
what
on.
you
Let
ask
me, let
for.
me get my daughter back, my beautiful wife. Hold on, babe. I got to show her
Yeah,
what. Mm.
you know. If you know,
Yeah, stay in the back. I'm
you know
coming.
how they.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah, you know
I'm
how
be
they say in
coming.
sports, weather permitted. Right now, you on
Oh, let's see what we
to
got.
be
Oh, they
announcements,
gone. They
right?
already.
I don't know. He's
Oh,
in the background.
yeah, they gone.
That was in
Nobody
the
left
back
now.
chat. I'm like, who's this?
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
all you got, bro. Yep.
so I'm just
But see,
saying,
stuff
but
like that, when people say, "Oh, racist," that's why I be telling people like, "Bro, it's racist, people. Let's not act like that shit don't exist." These people hate themselves. You know, his girl probably got taken. He probably girlfriend got pregnant. 9 months later, baby came out black. Now he mad as hell. Like, damn, bro. You know, it happens, bro. Shit like that happens,
I'm
bro.
with
But
that.
you ain't gotta hate me. You know, that's that. Your girl take the legs open. I ain't your daddy. I am not your
Yeah,
baby daddy.
sometimes you got. Yeah, sometimes you gotta learn from the losses, man. Then that's the thing, right? Like even if well, like I said, I'm not folding, right? But even if I was, I'm just gonna take from the losses. I've helped some people. Some people got help. Some people took advantage of the conversations and they kept it moving. I'ma just say they bettered themselves and got what they needed and kept it moving, right? But that don't mean I did anything wrong. That don't mean you did anything wrong. We making the attempts to be there for people that needs the help or that needs the assistance, right? But everybody talking about they want something. They want something. You give out free something. This is different, right? Because if you give out free stuff, everybody used to be there. You remember you used to get free cheese and all that other stuff. They used to be there for that. Now you're giving out free advice and trying to make free panels and free conversations, and they disappear. My question is, what are they afraid of? What are the people afraid of that they don't want this free advice? They don't want to. They don't want to come together and build something that could better not just you, but their families, their loved ones, so on and so forth. What is the like? I don't understand. I really don't understand it. But like I said earlier, maybe it's just the fact that they don't want to be better themselves. They don't want it. They don't want that accolade or that responsibility of being responsible of what you building for yourself. You know, people rather just sit and they poop and stew in it, right? You see how your daughter said, "Nah, just change my pamper." People ain't gonna ask to change their
Mhm.
pamper. They gonna sit right there in it until they can't take it anymore. Then they want to change. Yeah, that's the right word, change, because they're not trying to improve themselves. They just want to get out of that situation. So maybe
Yeah,
that's the situation in real life. So sometimes you got to sit back and watch. You know what I mean?
it's in time. Life is not really hard. I just think it's complicated because they don't even know how to identify why they feel the way they feel. So people walk around feeling some type of way. They don't even understand why or get down to the meaning that they feel. They don't get down to it. And a lot of times they feeling something new. Like they even come up on the kind of what are you in words? Like that just shows to me, me reading that somebody just come in the back and pick that up. But that shows lack of self esteem, lack of self love. And I say it because let's think about it now. If I was really about something in life, I won't even have time to do nothing. You get too much time on your hands.
Well, that's your
Too much
that's your, that's your
time.
buddy Sacramento.
Mhm. Yeah, too much time on your hands, bro. Because they ain't doing nothing with they doing nothing with the time. Yeah.
And then he said Jill sent them. Okay.
I wasn't, even if I wasn't online, bro, I still have shit to do. I'm still doing shit while I'm online talking to y'all. Get shit, man. Mhm.
And that's the thing, right? It don't stop your motion because you are sitting there trying to be able to help somebody. You still could do this and go out there and actually live what you're doing. And a lot of the time, this is what people don't do. They faking it. I know you hate that fake it till you make it, but that's what a lot of people do
Yeah,
on
I
here. They
know.
fake it until they get up off this thing and then they go on to their real natural their real lives, right? But it ain't nothing what they displaying on here. I'm kind of I am the opposite. I don't care about nothing that nobody's talking about. What I do here is what I do out there in real life. If I care for real. I don't just sit here and perpetrate the fraud because I don't gain nothing from that. I don't gain nothing. You know, when we talk about consistency is the key, shout out the Stoic. I really, I really go by that notion, right? If I'm consistently doing the things that I need to do, I'm gonna be okay. I know that, right? Now that people, they trying to waste your time with it. Now you're gonna step back because they're consistently trying to waste your time, and I can't let that happen. I can't let that win. So the battle is out there. So who do you think is gonna win, me or you? I'm not folding for nobody. Yet I'm not gonna give you that time to say you had the upper hand over me either. So y'all better choose y'all better choose wisely where you going because you
Huh.
may not like the results that people got for you.
Hey, Sacramento, was that you and was that this dude in the back sitting up? These people weird, bro. Here's a couple questions I gotta ask you. Sacramento, you still there? Before I get to rapping to you, bro, asking you questions, you get the link so we can have a conversation with you. But I want to
Wait a
ask
minute,
you
isn't
about
isn't Jill
this.
supposed to be black?
I don't know what Bill is, bro. Bill confused. How about that? We just gonna say confused. We just say Bill confused. So Sacramento, let me ask you this, right? Uh, has your balls dropped yet? I'm just asking, because just because people mature age don't mean they balls ever drop. Because you coming over to a tech for a whole nother man, talking about Bill sent me here, like you some type of lackey or something. You the muscle or something, bro? Bill sent me. Somebody sent you? Damn. Your balls dropped yet? Bill sent me here because he said Gary's race. He didn't come because he thinks you're racist. He came for a whole nother man. You trying to get some brownie points, bro? You trying to
Oh,
shit people
but
do
we
for
had
other
this
men.
conversation. But this is exactly what I'm saying. We had this conversation already. We had this
Yeah, now
conversation.
see,
He
look,
came
this is
up and
funny.
had this conversation.
Is that the same dude,
Yeah,
Sacramento? That's the
this
same
is the
dude.
same guy. Yeah,
Oh
he
man,
saw me on
I
Reddit.
know he a
Remember?
lame. You're lame, bro. Now you saying Jill sent me here. You saying the same thing. Talking about I seen you on Reddit. Now you saying Jill sent you here and said you're right. You look like a lackey, bro. Not that you look like you have some type of learning disability. So I ain't trying to be hard on you, bro. I'm trying to, but I don't really care tonight, bro. No, I told you once already. I was being nice the first time, but now you come back over here with that bullshit. How about Jill? Say, who the fuck is Jill? Don't nobody give a fuck about. Right, look, a man named Jill, fuck him too. Well, fuck that shit don't even sound. Back in Jill, wasn't Jill the female? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. But he only got one L. He only got one L.
Jill
So that,
Scott,
that
Jill.
means
How many
it's
dudes you know?
masculine.
Baby, Charles, how many guys you know named Jill? Jill. Jill, Jill, Jill. None. Okay. Would you even respect a man named Jill? Okay, I'm just asking. This is weird too, bro. You come over here like you got some type of authority or some like you really mean something to somebody over here. Jill's like, nobody give a fuck who
Shout out
sent
to
you here,
Mr.
bro.
Fred.
So he's sitting me here like you prevalent in life or something. You don't even matter to yourself. That's why you're doing dumb shit at 1 o'clock in the morning on YouTube, bro. So what the fuck you think you matter to us for? I'm bored, bro. I told you I ain't come on here for nothing. But I'm gonna have some fun with stupid ass. Jill sent me here. Oh my god. Hey everyone. All three people or two people or all just me and you, Gary. Probably ain't nobody in this. But guess who sent them?
No, no,
Jill. Oh my
I guess
god. Who the fuck
I
is
guess because
Jill?
I'm sharing the conversation. I guess because I'm sharing the conversation, he's over there. I don't even know because I'm like I said,
They
I'm on the
talking
panel.
to
I'm
me
not
though.
even looking.
That shit weird, man. You got stands and shit. And you the nice one. I'm the asshole. And even the Jill. I was sitting there talking shit to Jill in his face. You talk about a man sent you here who get a part-time job in the summer as a fucking insurance agent. Bro, fuck is wrong with you? You following the wrong people, bro. Motherfucker said I got a summer job as an insurance agent. Like what? What the fuck, bro? And this who you following? Jill sent me here. You said that shit with pride and everything, bro. I know you felt good when you pushed in. I'm gonna tell him Jill sent me here. Fuck you and Jill. How about that? And tell Jack he can get it too. Tell Jack he can get it too. You, Jill, and Jack, fucking lesbian couple, bro. Y'all some pussies, man.
And he's just going down the hill, man. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of him coming and say, "Yo, let me have this conversation with you," you coming in with chaos and nonsense. This is exactly the point that I'm saying. People just they come up here and make believe land and want to put their make believe land on you.
Now where
You
your
can't
panel at?
get
I
me
want
to
to go
go
over
that
here.
route. Go ahead, get him. I'm just saying.
It's
You
11
can't.
p.m.
You can't. Yeah, because you're in California. Where do you
And
think
see
we
that
at?
he talk about why do you hate Jill? He's still talking to you. Why y'all so pussy? Y'all can't talk to me. You and Jill, fuck both of y'all. Go tell Jill, come
But I'm
holla at
trying to
me. Come
understand.
holla at the word.
Listen. I
And
never
tell
had a
Jill I
problem.
call
I
him
don't.
and you pussy. I got a problem. You ain't gotta have a problem. I got the problem. Now talk to me, Sacramento. Come on.
He don't
Talk
know
to
what to
me.
say. He
Nah,
trying to
because
break me.
I'm who the cares? You stalking another man. Fucking Fruit Loop. I'll put you on my community wall. Bro, so fucking what? Y'all be threatening people. Bro, this how you know you been in a basement beating off the motherfucking Andy Crockett or Andy Dick all your life because you're fucking lame. I'm
He
gonna
said
put you on
let's
my community wall. Fuck out of
he
here,
said
bro.
let's schedule a discussion. What you mean?
It's
What you need to schedule a discussion for? The discussion is now. Nigga, what you gotta prepare yourself. This is what I'm saying.
late. What the fuck you need to schedule a discussion with me for a discussion about what? How lame you are? Bro, I don't respect you as a man. Look how you come over here, come around. Fuck, I'm gonna have a discussion with you. If you was in my face in real life, I probably walk right past you, bro. I wouldn't even touch your miserable ass, bro. Like people like you, bro, is why the world fucked up in the first place. Doing stupid shit at 11 o'clock at night. Like you ain't got shit else to do in life but come fuck with somebody because somebody else said something. How lame are you, bro? You supposed to be grown, right? You can't even form your own thoughts and ideas and opinions. You going off based off what somebody else said. You slow. I know. And I'm trying to be nice, but this is the second time you just came over and this all the attention you ever got. I probably this probably as much attention that you got in your whole fucking life. That's why you keep doing dumb shit like this. Ain't nobody talking to you in real life. Well, even if they cussing me out, I can go over here and say Jill sent me, and I bet you they engaged with me. You damn right. We'll make this all about you because feelings change, but facts remain the same. And the fact is, you're fucking lame. That's fact. You're fucking lame.
Wow, that it's sad. It's really a sad scene, man.
You
You
cannot
talking about
tell me the shit you're
somebody
doing right
sent you.
now. Now, answer this question. I don't even know who the fuck you is. I'm gonna call you boy. Boy. I guarantee you right
Oh,
now, the shit that you doing, you cannot tell me your parents are proud of you, bro. You can't tell me that shit. They probably be saying the same shit that I'm telling you. What the fuck are you doing? Like, stop. Stop being fucking stupid. Just be normal, bro. Stop being fucking weird. You're grown. Just have a conversation. We was just talking about this. This is why I don't interact with everybody. People are fucking weird, bro. I put you on my community wall, Gary. Gary, you got a hard on for Gary.
oh,
You going around because you ain't got nothing else to do in life, bro. You ain't got no real people you can go harass in life.
uh,
I'm gonna kick her butt and your butt. Why is she taking her butt?
what?
No, you about to get both of y'all
Oh
about
my
to get
God.
whooped. How about that?
They what's going on? Nate?
Is he talking to me through the ring camera? Mm. Mm. I don't
Nate,
want to
what's
see
going
nothing.
on?
Whatever, Nate. No, we gotta lay him in the. He ain't even in my chat. He ain't even got testicular fortitude. Come over to the main channel. He over at Gary's channel. You is a wimp, bruh. All that talk. I'm a wimp. Okay. Talk word. This is scared of the movement. The all talk. The word. You is scared of the movement. Dog. What movement? Fuck are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. Like lame as hell. I'm afraid of the move. What movement is you fucking talking about? What? Like, bro, is this shit fake? I told you, like, from his pictures, he like he had a learning disability. That's why I was nice the first time. I be just feeling bad being mean to handicapped people. But some of them so fucking what? What Ozzy say when he talk about pushing the crippled people? Man, fuck your learning disability, because you keep coming over here harassing me. You ain't that damn slow. Well, no, that's probably the reason you keep coming over here doing dumb shit. Never mind. So what? You still getting it? They should keep your ass off the internet. Where's your what is the power of attorney at? Where's your care provider? They need to take your phone, bro. You doing I'm a wimp. All that talk.
That's
Duh, we on the
crazy.
internet. I am talking. What else I'm supposed to be doing on that fucking internet? Talk about all that talk. It's a podcast, you dumbass. We come on here to talk. What the fuck is you talking about?
I
I'm
don't
scared
know.
of movement,
I,
dog.
I guess because
I'm
I ain't been
scared.
on Reddit. I guess they saw me and said, "What the hell? Let me come up here." I don't be knowing. This is the sad thing is people like this that'll stop. Well, they think they're stopping the whole flow. This is not
You
even a
this,
scheduled live. This is a pop up.
look
So you ain't
now.
really
Listen.
doing nothing.
Now, this is why I say I don't like playing with slow people. Listen to this. I don't know where to go. I can't join a live. Let's go live tomorrow and we'll chat. Then you coward. You're calling me a coward, but you the one who can't join the live. That's cowardly shit right there. You're projecting. And that's what a lot of slow people do. They identify the shit in themselves and try to put it on other people, make them feel better about the fucked up ways they have. Bro, you a fucking coward. All the shit you say, that's you, bro. Stop looking in the mirror talking to me, dumbass.
But maybe he can't come on.
Yeah,
He ain't got no
I
permission
understand. He
slip.
was
I don't know.
right. He can't come on because he took his
You know
medication.
where the
He got
word
to be
channel
quiet.
at because I know you looked it up already. So we're not even gonna play that game. This is what I'm saying. You just got people that just want to cause problems. You got people that don't want to be a solution. They want to be the problem.
And see,
Hey,
you
have it.
thought,
That's what I said.
and
Have at it.
this, and see, that's the thing. You gonna learn today, little boy. You gonna learn today. I'm probably the most. I'm probably the person you seen with the most fucking confidence and the most self esteem. You talk about power. You just talking. Hey, bro, we on the internet. If we was face to face, you'll piss your pants, bro. Guaranteed fact. And if you don't, I will break you. That's what I used to do. I don't do it now. I'm a nice guy. I'm an angel, man. I got kids and shit. I got a wife. So now I ain't trying to get into no dumb shit because I enjoy my life. But you got me fucked up if you think that you something or you significant or something. Like, bro, who the fuck is you? Who if people actually loved and cared about you, you wouldn't even be doing the shit you're doing right now. You wouldn't. You'll have some sense of pride. You came over here and said another man sent you because he said something. That just shows you, bro. You're a fucking lackey, bro. You're a lackey. That's all you is. You actually can't. Oh, Jill sent me. Like Jill, hey, go over to Gary now. Hey, buddy. Hey, little slow boy. I give you a cookie if you go over to Gary's channel and call him a racist. I bet you that's what happened. Hey, you got your ass a cookie. You got a lollipop coming tomorrow. Well, bro, you fucking weird, bro. You don't know what I'm talking about. I know you can't because you're a fucking coward, dude. You're a fucking coward, man. You're a fucking coward. Coward.
I tell you what. I tell you what, Jill. I mean
Mhm.
Jill. Jay. That's his name. His real name. Make yourself available. You want to do something constructive, man. Make yourself available to be a better person. That's the best thing I could tell you, right? Because this is not working for you. It really not. You don't know me from a can of paint. I was on Reddit the last time. Now you don't have nothing else to do. Do you need a hug? Do you want somebody to pray for you? Like what do you want for what is your agenda? Because you're not doing very well with what you're doing now. So what's your agenda?
Bro, he actually, I did a stream with Jill 2 days ago. I was with Jill, man. Yeah, that's what I'm a henchman.
How do
Like,
you
how old
how
are
do
you,
you
bro? Ain't nobody even asked that shit, bro. I didn't have to ask. I knew it. I already knew it, bro. You ain't got to tell me. I don't need confirmation. I know lame ass motherfuckers like you. I done been around them. I can't have people like that around me. They be ready to crash out because they ain't got no fucking life. You have no fucking life. That's why you're a henchman. I'm a henchman. Like you proud of that shit or something, bro. Most people say I'm a boss.
you're a
I'm a
henchman?
king. This motherfucker
What's
said
a
I'm a
henchman?
henchman. Man, what the
That's
fuck?
what he said.
Yeah, I'm a henchman. Like you weird, man. This is what I'm saying. Like it's people like
uh,
this that don't need. This is why world fucked up, bro. This is why it's fucked up. People like that breed, bro. Hold your breath until you can't do it no more. Just try that. And let me tell Jill to tell you that. Maybe you'll do it then. Jill will tell you, go hold your breath until I say breathe. His dumb ass to do it. Because I'm a henchman. This motherfucker proud and said that shit proud and loud. I'm a henchman.
that's sad. You're a henchman. What did so you gonna lay your life so you want to lay
Yeah,
your social media life down for another man. That's what you trying to tell me? What are you gaining
bro,
from this?
he said, my name is Jay. If you really knew me, bro, don't nobody want to know you. That's the whole point. We don't want to fucking know you. Go disappear, bro. Go disappear. We don't need
Listen,
you.
because ain't
We
nobody
don't
be
want
seeking
views.
you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You trying to what is your point of seeking somebody? What is your point of being here? Because nobody seeked you. I didn't even
How did
I
you
definitely
get
don't know nothing
here?
about you. Oh, I
Nobody
know how you
even
got
want
here.
you here.
But this is when you know. This is when you know you're doing something right, though. See, I'm letting word just have his fun. This is when you know you're doing something right because you got
I
people
ain't about to dwell too
on the
much
other
on
side sitting there trying to stop a flow of something that you have no control over. You don't get no wins over here. So I mean, the only wins is you being exposed. So if that's the win that you want to take, you take that. We gonna take it too, right? That decision is yours, Jay or Sacramento or whatever you want to be called. That's on you. You're not even bothering nobody. You just became a topic. you just giving him a reason to stay on a little bit longer because he ain't got nothing else to do.
you.
Me on the other hand,
Nah,
I'm not thinking about you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna just wait till this sativa wear off. Then I'm gonna go smoke an indica and I'm taking my butt to bed. But yeah, I was just coming on for a
I
minute.
hear you.
You just gave me a reason to talk shit. I mean, I was in the mood to talk shit. It really was. So I appreciate you, Shaq, man. I'm talking about scared of the movement. That's what he meant because we got movement in his name, bro. Is that what he was talking about? I'm scared of the movement, bro. you ain't even equivalent to a bowel movement to me, bro. No one cares about you, bro. Like we really don't. My bowel movement is more significant than your movement. Like me
Damn.
taking a
Not the
shit is
bowel
more
movement.
significant. Yeah, it's way more significant than whatever the Sacramento. I don't give a fuck about Sacramento. I never go to California. That damn state will shake off the damn map anyway. Fuck California too. Now how about that?
What?
I'm from Detroit. You already know what it is.
So,
Detroit break everybody, man. I quick to say fuck everybody. Stop playing with me. Don't come over here with that dumb shit.
I don't even know how to pronounce
Movement.
his name.
Here.
Zamafir. Zamafir said, "Why is this guy actually speaking facts?" I don't know who's speaking facts. I don't know who you're talking about. You got to be more specific.
With my chat?
I don't.
Oh, they in your chat.
I don't. I
Oh,
don't
this
know. I'm
guy
just
is
looking.
speaking facts.
Just
Hey,
looking.
bro. I guess you talk about me. I speak facts a lot. That's all I really. I ain't gonna say that's all I fuck with, but I like the facts, bro. And it's easier to read a dummy. You know, that's not. I got skills, bro. Like this is just me having fun. It's easy to read a dummy. But no, I can miss Cleo a motherfucker. Check this out. I'm about to give you some. Oh, I'm about to give you some Sacramento. I'm about to predict your future.
Oh
You will
Lord.
continue practicing abstinence because ain't nobody gonna give you no pussy. Okay, ain't no female gonna deal with that shit, bro. You gonna be too busy following Jill to get some pussy in the next month. I promise you that. You ain't gonna get no pussy in the next month because you gonna be too busy following Jill. Fucking henchman. That shit weird, bro. We're grown ass men. And he come, bro. I'm a henchman. I'm following Jill. I did a live with Jill 2 days ago. What can we fucking do? Who fucking cares? So
Oh
going
my
up on the
God.
road, that nigga be banned from the internet. Ban his ass. Are you guys not entertained? Is this what y'all want from the word? Y'all want me to use my words like this? I can destroy just as easily as I can create. You know, I choose not to be like this because I had too much fun doing
Oh my God.
this. Ain't the good type
That
of
means you got duality. Wait a minute. You got
fun.
duality?
My man, I can't join the live right now because Jill's not here. It's like, bro, you fucking weird, bro. Jill didn't give me permission to join the live, so let me give him a request slip tonight, and tomorrow we can go live and have a discussion. Fuck, you want to discuss with me? What we gonna talk about? What we gonna talk about? You a fucking henchman. Go send your daddy, bro. I don't want to talk to you. Go send your daddy. I'll talk to your daddy. You a henchman, bro. What the fuck I'm gonna talk to you, bro? I don't know henchman shit. I don't know. I don't know how to talk about that shit, bro. I don't know how to talk about following somebody, bro. You know, I don't. Fuck, I'm gonna talk to you about. Motherfucker, get on here. So, how's the weather where you at? Man, fuck out of here. Nobody give a fuck about no damn weather.
Riaz, you up early this morning, Riaz. Good morning.
Do the Riaz. Do the Riaz. What up, though, little bro?
This is exactly why I have to keep going. You got people like this that don't have a clue and think they're really doing something with themselves. They ain't doing nothing. All I can do is leave the information on the table. You pick it up, you pick it
Uh
up.
oh.
Other than that,
Uh oh. The lady of the nine, the minister, the general of
Commander, you
defense.
late.
Stop playing with
Commander,
me. What up, though, Commander?
he
What up,
said his
man?
favorite. Commander, he said his favorite words. You got me fucked up.
You missed it, Commander. I had a vent session. We had some dumbass over here talking stupid shit to Gary, and I had a little fun. I had a little fun. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like talking about mentally handicapped people though, but I had to tonight. I mean, you gotta make just because people handicapped, bro. Sometimes you gotta make them feel normal, bro. And I think I did that. So that's why I say you can be petty with love. I made you feel normal, didn't I, Sacramento? You ain't feel like the dummy you truly are. Huh? He ain't feel like the
Well,
dummy he truly is. And you know what? I do have empathy for people who have mental illnesses, and you know, I really do. But when they do dumb shit, then I don't. I'm sorry, they still people. I mean, I can't feel bad for them. They don't feel bad for themselves. So they come fuck around, they go find out, handicap or not. Shit, I'm legally blind. You don't see me. You don't see me seeing a lot of shit. And I don't make fun of people who can see. You never hear me try to make fun of people who can see. So stop making fun of people who smart, dumbass. Fuck you, will try to make somebody fun of somebody smart. You dumb. You inherently dumb. You was born dumb, dummy. And you gonna try to make somebody else feel bad about themselves. Fuck out of here. Cause Jill sent you.
so he's a
Fuck
henchman
you,
in the
Jill,
cult.
Jack, Jane. Fuck everybody with a J name. Fuck. If I like you, you cool. If you're one of my James, exclude the people I like with J name. But if I don't know you and you got a J name, fuck you. I don't fucking know you. Fuck you. Yeah, well,
Well, I
I
guess
ain't
we
smoking
turned
no
this
more
into a
sativa
review.
before I come
We're
on
reviewing Sacramento, whatever his name is, Sacramento Queen Bee or whatever that. I don't even. What's the fuck is his name? I don't even know. Oh, Sacramento
here.
Truth Movement. He can't even tell the truth. A henchman can't tell the truth. That's called snitching, dummy. How you a
Motherfucker,
henchman?
motherfucker said
This is
you
what I'm
afraid of
saying.
the movement. I'm afraid of a movement. Sometimes I'm afraid of a movement is when I'm constipated, bro. That's a bowel movement. Fuck out of here. Afraid of a movement. No, I'm afraid your stupidity gonna rub off on me. That's what I'm afraid of. 'Cause if
That I
I
can't.
woke
That
up
ain't
stupid
never
like
gonna.
you, I
That
gotta
ain't never gonna happen.
man, if I woke up stupid like him, I'm gonna have to end it all. Fuck it. It was a good run. Let me stop for
It
that
was
dude
all
do
a
something.
dream.
So
it was
I
all a dream.
done
That's
I
all it
done talked
was.
people to the edge of the bridge before. Let me be quiet.
Listen, I don't know about you people. Listen, I don't know if you people. Listen, y'all want to do something constructive? I was going to invite y'all to the draft,
Don't
but
fuck with
y'all
me
ain't
to
even
kill
worth that because y'all motherfuckers retarded. I ain't doing it.
you.
I ain't doing it. That's what
If
I
you
we
wanna
was
do
going to
something
do. Y'all
if you wanna
go
do
ahead.
something constructive in life, don't come over here fucking with me. Let me have my 3, 4 little views or whatever. I ain't bothering nobody. So you come over here. Like, bro, you know how I think people do that to irritate me. But that's one thing that irritates me. You come over from my channel and troll anybody but me. Like, bro, that shit is so disrespectful to me. Like, how you gonna come to my channel and troll somebody and it ain't me? That shit disrespectful, bro. It's like, fuck you then. Now we beefing. I don't care. Oh, we're talking about you. Bitch, you on my channel talking about somebody else and it ain't me. So I'm the center of attention, you motherfucker. Nah, dumbass. What wrong with these people, bro? And you
I
lucky
don't
I ain't
know.
petty because I put your little Dallas syndrome face on the big screen. What idiot.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Y'all need to keep y'all little slow friends away from me, bro. And see, I don't like starting shit on other people's panel, but if I see Jill on mine, I'm telling him, keep his little slow friends away from me.
he ain't going to acknowledge he know this person.
I ain't
He's
even
not
gonna
going to
acknowledge.
acknowledge that.
Boy gonna be sticking the
Commander,
one
this
up
is
in
what
Jill
happened
ain't
when you
even.
have faith, Commander. You get people that's against the faith. They come and they try to ruin the momentum. They ain't doing nothing though. I'm just
Mm.
saying. Where's the
Oh, bro,
faith?
take this up.
Where's the faith?
Monday, Monday, it was Labor Day. So, black
Mm-hmm.
people, we find any good reason to barbecue. So I hooked up a brisket, bro. That shit slapping. But I'm about to stop eating meat, bro.
You
I'm about to go. Yeah, bro. I'm getting on my herbs. I got my herbs. I've been on this elderberry, hibiscus, ginger, and turmeric for the last 4 or 5 days. I feel good. I'm ready to get back. And when you feel good, you want to feel better. So I'm like, and I know what to do because I do it, and I've been doing it. I get stopped doing it. So I'm about to get back into my herbs, bro. I don't like that tea leaf, so I actually, use herbs to make my tea. Because that the tea leaves still got uh, a high caffeine content to I'm about to limit
Yeah, I
this
remember you told me
first.
you about to eliminate that. How that been going?
Yeah. Now I've been doing good. I don't drink coffee at night no more. I don't drink coffee at night, but
I've been to that. You been getting off here too early. You be getting out of there. So I'm like, nah, he ain't guys coffee.
I'd be afraid people like Sacramento will pop up. You know, be this the witching hours, man. We get all the crazy and the slow people around and stuff. So I'd be
Don't say
afraid
that.
people
Mr.
like that
Blanc
to
get ready to
pop up.
pop up. Don't
Well,
say
Bond
that. Mr.
cool. No,
Blanc about to
Bond,
pop
no,
up.
like Bond. Yeah, he got a J name too. But I say exclude everybody that I like. Mr. Bond fine. So he ain't a regular J. He a special J. But so if I don't know you and you get a J in it, I have to research
Oh
that.
shit.
I might get some new subscribers. Like, well, he don't know me.
Oh my god, y'all crazy.
People get
Word is
emotional when you say fuck them, but people get all emotional. Like, bro, I'm just talking
see,
shit. I'm
this is
gonna be
what
quick,
happened
bro.
when
We
word
talk a
ain't
lot of
consistent. When word ain't consistent, this is what every time word ain't
shit.
consistent, this happens. I promise you that.
Oh, no,
Now,
no,
this
you can't say
you
that.
remember
I'm gonna
that.
tell you why. Check this out. Because I'm gonna show you what I'm consistent. I'm gonna show you how I'm being consistent right now. Commander, you can back me up. Because I'll always say this. I'm only what you allow me to be. So right now, Sacramento got me being an asshole. So I'm gonna be an asshole. I don't do the same energy thing, but my asshole is a little different from everybody else. Oh, bro, this brisket is so. I smoked this bitch, bro, and this bitch is tender than a motherfucker, bro.
But that's what smoking does, though. It makes it very. You smacking that thing.
This
I
what
hear.
3 days? This shit juicy, bro. Look, man, I be helpful and shit in life, bro. I be wanting to share shit, but my wife was like, she too fucking giving, bro. She too giving. Because she was like, they was outside working. It's all with people out there. She was like, why don't you see if they want some of the barbecue? We still got a lot. That big brick. Nah. What the fuck I'm gonna give these? I don't know. You want some water? I can give you some water. I don't know you like that. You know, goddamn brisket. A piece of one, nothing, bro. Not getting fucked up. Mm-mm.
Oh god.
And then I got chicken too. No, chicken and no, you can't have none. I think we got some hot dogs. Bro. Y'all want a burnt hot dog? I ain't. You can't even have the burgers, bro. The burgers Angus, bro. You put some Angus burgers. You don't even get rid of that. I got some buffalo and some Angus, bro. Neither one of those are shareable. There's some things when it comes to black
Oh
people that's
my
just not
god.
shareable. We gotta have some type of bond or something. We, we gotta have some type of deep friendship for me to share some brisket with you, bro. I
You
don't know
fixing
you.
the
You just
water
out there
main.
working hard.
That's the deep bond. You fix my water main. We know when I need you. I got you. Come on.
Nah, bro, my taxes paying for that shit. Y'all get paid good out there. Go ahead and keep digging and whatever y'all doing. Yeah, I pay my taxes. I'm a taxpayer, so I got y'all. Don't worry about that, bro. Y'all go get y'all check. 'Cause I pay my taxes, bro. They gonna get paid for doing all that digging. Then you just tell
Digging.
me not to get. Now I'm gonna come here talking shit to you.
Oh, you must be talking
Look,
to Mrs. Will.
Lena, take your butt to bed.
Oh,
Why you not sleep? What? Why you not sleep? Tell the people why you not sleep. Mm. You shaking your booty? Then she ain't say I was waiting for daddy. No, she said I was waiting for daddy. That's today. I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. Lena. Ah, you can't come with me. You're supposed to be sweet. You're supposed to be sweet. Yeah, and you spoiled. If I'm going to pick that, you have to with the card. He gave me that face. I got the mean daddy face. She got that face like, look, you don't do what I'm saying. I'm gonna cry. I hate when she cry. My son cry, I'd be like, man, shut up. You want to hear me? Or if he cry, I'd be like, you're a petty baby. Come on.
that's crazy.
And I don't want you to expose none of these stupid people, okay? Because I don't want to rub off on you. You understand that? Okay. Hey, well,
Can't take word nowhere.
nah, you can't, bro. I'm gonna cut up. I'm gonna cut up the next fucking after. Once they get me
Can't
started,
take
bro, I'll
this
be on
joker
one, bro.
nowhere.
I'll
I
be on one,
see,
bro.
I see.
You get me started, but they come over here fucking with my nines for what, bro? It's like they keep coming over here talking about Gary racist. It's like where? Where's Gary? Like it's that stupid shit, bro. It don't even make sense, bro. Gary racist. Like, bro, Gary one of the nicest people on this fucking planet. Always trying to find a reason not to call you stupid people fucking stupid. But me, I'm gonna call it like I said, you stupid, bro. You stupid. He try to give you a way out. I'm gonna box your ass in and have fun with you.
Yeah. Are y'all, wait a minute. Are y'all trying to tell me don't share words live? Is this what y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to tell me don't share his live? Because when I go live, I ain't never seen him. He ain't never been on my live ever.
Mm.
Just think about this though. He ain't never been on none of my lives. If anybody, y'all
Yeah,
can go
not
ahead
even
and
fucking
review the
phone.
tape. He ain't never been on none of my lives. He ain't never been in my chat. Nothing. Only time comes is
That
when I'm
commander,
on this thing right here. Yeah. Huh?
that commander, the commander,
Cool.
like talk,
Now
I
she ain't
heard
up
your
here.
thing talking about.
I can't
Hold
see it in
on,
the
for
background. She
other.
can pop herself up.
I know, but no, when I heard it, I didn't know if it was her or somebody else. Oh no, it's Mello. Hold
Oh,
on,
it was
Mello. Here
somebody
I
else.
come. You grab my hand. I got you. Hold on, Mello. Oh, she heard me talking shit.
Oh, it's Mello. It's
Mello,
Mello.
what up, Mello?
Yeah.
You heard me talking shit too.
Oh, what y'all up to?
Man, it was a dummy
Oh, we
coming
ain't
over
up to
here and I was
nothing.
having some fun. Just some dumb idiot.
Mm, well, it's that fun. I was thinking about a phrase, um, mind the business that pays you.
Mhm.
Does that mean anything
Mm.
to you, gentlemen?
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, mind the business that pays you. I, that had just came to me, right? Because I was thinking about how I frolic on YouTube, right? I've over a period of years, I've been on panels. I've been everything from advisory to outrageous. And what I was reminded of is the crossroads of a decision. Am I doing this solely for my own sense of escapism and entertainment? Or am I actually interested in in some incentive that it provides to me? And I'm asking you, brothers, outside of money, what would be someone's incentive to just keep, joining bullshit conversations when it doesn't really, not necessarily monetarily pay them, but it just, especially in Black YouTube, a lot of times it ends, there's frustration. It's rare that you join a panel, unlike yours. It's rare that you join a panel where they're not jumping on you. You know, I've been baptized in the cruel tutelage of being jumped on when I innocently entered a panel. And I don't want to believe that that caused a sense of defensiveness, but I'm starting to believe that it does. Because as soon as I hear bullshit, I'm gone. Because I don't want to, it's not the business that pays me, you know? And that's what I have developed. If I hear bullshit, I'm gone. Because it's not the business that pay. the business of being negatively approached, harassed, uh, and everything that comes with being that you can pick up on being an attempt to humiliate you. As soon as my spidey senses tingle about that, I'm gone because it's not the business that pays me. And what I'm discovering is that more often than not, I'm exiting abruptly a lot of panels recently in this the past few months. Like I'm gone. They welcome me back because I'm known per se. But that's my policy right now. It's like if you all, not you all specifically, but if a panel I join to afford whatever I can positively contribute is sabotage through buffoonery and all that other kind of stuff. Like it's like, okay, I'm familiar with this arena. I'm gone. Is that wrong or should I stick and stay? Should I stick and stay?
Donna,
Like if you join a panel, should you as a panelist stick and stay even though it's some bullshit?
I'm gonna tell you why. I was just about to say this too when you wrapped up. Is showing me or displaying something to me right now is like self respect and you showing your self worth. You know what I'm saying? When you get off those panels, you showing you respect yourself and you showing everybody else your worth. Like, look, this is beneath me. Let me get the fuck on. Y'all do what y'all do. Fine, but I'm gonna go. And I do the same thing. I done been on panels and we've been having just a normal conversation. Then bullshit started. That I'm like, I'm out. I'm good. You know,
Mhm.
I could be doing other shit with my time because I know how work. I mean, my time is valuable to me. So why I'm spending around here
I
just
could
because
be,
I'm on the
yeah,
panel? Man, fuck y'all. Nah, fuck that shit.
I could be doing something more productive, like, developing a healthy recipe, you know. I
Right.
mean,
Anything.
chopping
Shit.
up vegetables and being on a panel, those are two different concentrations. And it's like, I'm going to choose the healthy meal prep.
Right. That's how I am. Like tonight, only reason I was talking shit to do because I was bored. I wouldn't even go pop up there, but he gave me something to talk about, so I was just talking shit to him. But I usually like don't engage. If people come over here stupid, then I like to use them as an example. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do go off on people when they deserve it. When they done earned it, he earned it. You know, he came over here fucking with my nine for no reason. Talk about Gary racist. Like where, bro? You just want somebody to pay you attention. Well, I got time today, so I give him some attention. But now, what you were saying too, uh, that phrase in itself, it just tells me to focus on what's beneficial to me. You know what I'm saying? Focus on that because anything else becomes a
We
distraction in
do.
life.
We realize that a lot of us are um, toxic. When I say toxic, I mean when you look when you grow up as a black person in this country, it's not a foreign concept that a person's background has elements of being excited from toxicity during their formative years. Whether you witnessed domestic violence, whether or not you were, your television was your babysitter and and the channel was on some dumb shit that you shouldn't be looking at. Like there's something about the soap opera of it all, right? That appeals to people that as an adult today, they sensibly know better. Like I'll speak for myself. Sensibly, I know better than to be attracted to these black YouTube discussions. And yeah, I'm gonna rather utilize the term that has been coined by others. It, as far as I know, is titled quote unquote black YouTube. So I guess we can all understand where I'm coming from. There are personas and channels that we are familiar with, in this arena that has been coined by somebody somewhere as Black YouTube. I get it. What I don't understand is why someone who has evolved in their understanding of sensibility is still attracted to the chaos, the confusion, the keeping up with the updates of trauma and drama. What does that matter? So there's something in my psyche that I have yet to unpack because I'm still attracted. I want to know, and someone introduced this on a live stream that I didn't participate in, didn't join the panel. It was forwarded to me. I listened to it, and it's this outrageous character, but he did hit on a few good points that people are looking for new drama. That's the reason why we stay tuned in. We want it's no different than, from what I understand, Cardi B is on trial now. There are people that are attracted to that type of news. But Cardi B has nothing to do with their everyday life and how they conduct it. So there's a part of us, when I say us, I should just speak for myself. There's a part of me that's curious and keeping up with the latest and greatest drama. And I have yet to understand the psychology behind that. And I was wondering, if someone could
I can't get mad.
explain it
All
to me.
right, all right. I don't know what's going on.
I think that
I'm coming back.
times when we come from a place of chaos, like I use the expression, some people's peace is chaos, right? So if that's a normalcy for somebody, if that's something that people are familiar with, it's always, what's the expression? It's always good to go home, right? So a lot of the time we get caught up in that chaotic scene because that's what we're familiar with. Even as we elevate to a newness, that familiarity of the chaos, it always it's like something that you bake that you always like to eat, right? Like if you bake a cake, I know that cake from anywhere because I know that smell. So you follow the
That old
smell.
jelly
It's the
cake
same,
that grandma used to make.
right? It's that same
That cake,
familiarity.
that
So a
yellow
lot
cake
of the
that
time we
grandma
go back,
couldn't afford frosting, but she put jelly in between the
yeah,
layers and you loved it.
right. And you loved it just because that's something that it was homemade. So a lot of the
Man,
time we go
listen.
right back to that situation because that's something that like we became so comfortable with it that we involved it into our home, whether it's your mental thinking or your, that's where you get that familiarity. So a lot of the time we get drawn back to that because it's familiar to us. Even if you gravitating or growing into a new person, that familiarity always brings you back. So I think that's what's happening for you. So you just got to keep working.
I don't know. And
Thank
then
you very
also,
much. I
and,
figured if I
and
could get over
also,
chitlins, I could get over anything. So I guess I got some learning to do. Like, I don't eat pork anymore by choice. That doesn't mean that I didn't grow up eating pork. And um, so I think of some of these toxic YouTube discussions as pork. Like, it's I know it's not good for me, but I'm still drawn to it. So how is it that I
Hmm.
can resist pork, and but I'm drawn to the swine mentality of some Black YouTube panels? What's up with that?
You have
The
you have both.
I'm gonna,
familiarity, right? So I respect your aspect of understanding that I still have some addictive nature for familiarity. I appreciate that insight. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, work.
I was about to say, I mean, is like what Gary hit it on the head, you know, is what we familiar to. But if something's triggering, like you, I hate to say it, but you probably get too much time on your hand where you even get time to check on that.
I got a lot of time on my hands.
You see what I'm saying? But when you ain't got time, you ain't got time. You ain't looking at that. You doing your time is
A
occupied
lot
with
of
other
people got to
things.
get up and go to work in the morning. That ain't me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel you.
So what happens, like even when we go back to things that's familiar to us that we know ain't good for us, the reason people get triggered, you know, and it's some and when I say triggered, it's just a component of uh a process. So it's nothing somebody actually has to do to trigger you, but you having too much time is a trigger
So
because you go back to what's
I'm
comfortable and
searching
normal.
escapism because I
It's
thought
not
about that
really.
concept too. Maybe I'm practicing escapism, and then I think to myself, escaping from what? I'm good.
But see that
What
I
am I
don't think
escaping?
like see people like it is so what when you saying going back to something you know ain't beneficial to you is many people do the same thing for different reasons. So I don't from just having conversations with I don't think it's escapism. Like you that will say, okay, I got so much drama in my life, I need to see somebody else fucked up life to make me feel better about mine. I don't feel that's what you're doing. I just feel like you just got too much time. Like
I'm
you
just
get time
bored.
to go look at it. Like it's nothing else to do, so let me go look at it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's true. I don't fuck around. Pardon the language, but I'm not, as they would say, promiscuous. And this is an outlet that accommodates my refusal to be promiscuous. I really enjoy the fact that I can clock proof that I'm not promiscuous because I'm online talking to people I don't know as opposed to, what a person in my position could otherwise be doing. You know, it's not a foreign concept that women have options out here. And I just, in the interest of clinical purity and maintaining that, I just don't trust fluid exchange. I just don't trust it. I'm not a prude. It's just that you'd be surprised how many guys find it unreasonable that you clinically prove to them that you ain't, that you straight, that like there's nothing going, like when you say, okay, we're not going to do nothing until we exchange medical paperwork. I need to know through authorized paperwork that you ain't got nothing going on, and I'll show you mine. And there are guys that they get snappy about that. They're like, wait, what in the Steve Harvey bullshit are you talking about? Like, if you feeling me, then, th- then, and I'm feeling you, what the fuck is it? We grown. What the fuck is you talking about? And it's, excuse my language, but that's the
Mhm.
response. It's like they refuse the standard of, I'm not swapping fluids with you in any manner unless there's clinical proof that it's safe. You
I
know,
don't see nothing wrong with it.
that's crazy.
I mean, I
Ain't
personally,
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing
yeah,
wrong with that. But
I don't see nothing
but
wrong.
because they just, they want to jump your bones,
Mm-hmm.
they find it restrictive and unreasonable.
Well, that's what thirsty people do,
Well,
right?
Marvin Gaye said it. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nothing, remember, let's get it on. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's that's a song that advocates, you know, impulsive action. you know,
But
and
what
I'm
he said,
not with that. I'm not with the
but what
impulsive
he said
action. I'm
after
not
that
with that.
though, he also says we are all sensitive people. Right after he says, let's get it on. So if you understand the song, you have to understand what he's trying to say. We can get it on, but there's some sensitive things that has to occur in order for us to get it on.
Now you gaslight
For
me.
you,
Hello, my name is Mella, and I I would like to introduce how I think. Marvin
go
Gaye
ahead.
is he was known for sexual healing. Let's get it on specifically, right?
Hmm.
And and to read in between the lines of those lyrics, I don't find any logical conclusion that is anything other than impulse. That's what I'm saying. I think
Okay.
those two specific songs, Let's Get It On and Sexual Healing, it's promoting impulse. And I'm not an advocate for impulse. Um, I think people should be clinically cleared before they start swapping fluids. That's what I think.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, like I said, even when he like, if people have to understand what's being said, like what you hear, it may not be what I'm hearing, right? Like I said, he telling people, we are all sensitive people, right? So if we understand that we're sensitive people, you got to know what you're sensitive to, and if a person's trying to get with you, they have to understand what you are sensitive to in order for them to break that barrier to get it on. That's all I'm saying. It's not about, it is a sexual song, but what I'm saying is there's some sensitivity into the sexual aspect, and if people can't gravitate to what you want, they're not for you. If there's people that
That's a good
just
point.
going out there just having sex, if people is out there just having sex, they gonna see, well, I need that sexual healing. See what I'm saying? Like, you gotta they're making an art for people to gravitate to, but everybody don't see the art in the same manner, is what I'm
Like
saying.
the Bible.
That's why I said, right. It's the same thing.
Music is
Everybody's
similar to
not
the
going to
Bible.
translate what's being said in the same manner. It's going to be everywhere every time. What you see is
Like
not what I
Well,
see.
how about
What you hear is
this
not what I
segment?
hear.
How about this segment of a lyric? Um, um, the bad girls ain't no good. The good girls ain't no fun. That's a song from Wale, right? I just learned how to pronounce the name. I thought it was Whale, but apparently it's Wale. And it's
Wale.
Easy baby. I never made look, it was that, so he's going in the song, he's going into how he's into a bad, quote unquote, bad girl. And the lyric, which was interesting to me, was the bad girls ain't no good, the good girls ain't no fun. And I'm trying to understand this whole fun concept, right? The conclusion I've come up with is that fun is um a deception. Like, a lot of people are addicted to that word fun. Like, I want to have fun. I want to have fun. But in actuality, it's a distraction from a purpose that's more significant. Anyway, I don't want to get too philosophical. Not that I'm a philosopher, but I just I think, like, peace, for instance, right? A lot of people will say that they're bored when in fact they're at peace. I had to understand that. Like, I misconstrued being at peace as being bored. And until it was introduced to me, there's no such thing as being bored. You're at peace because of the chaos that you recall from days gone by. You think
Right.
that you're bored when in fact you're actually at peace. So I think words matter. And I think people get that word fun uh, messed up. Like what is really fun? What does fun really mean? Like you're amused in a lighthearted way. Emphasis on lighthearted, which means that you ought not prioritize it. Unfortunately, people prioritize fun, and that's when they get caught up in all these mistakes that are irreversible. I think words matter.
You didn't hear what I said earlier when I said I don't like talking shit because I have too much fun doing it. That's why I
Well,
don't like
but you
talking
don't
shit.
prioritize
I
it.
but I
You
don't.
don't prioritize talking shit.
But sometimes the
It's
shit
an
that
it's
excites
an
us and is fun,
occasional
yeah,
delight.
it ain't good for. Yeah, it ain't. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the things that we enjoy is not beneficial to us. I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah, there
Not
are people that
beneficial.
prioritize this word called fun. They prioritize it, and I truly believe that's a mistake.
The more fun you have, this is what one of my senpai told me. He said the more fun you have, the less discipline you have.
I didn't hear that clearly. I'm sorry. What?
The more fun you have, the less discipline you have.
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah,
But a
absolutely.
lot of the time, I think people put fun and entertainment together, and that's not the case. Like if we saying things that are amusing, but with entertainment is enjoyment. To be amused is something to be laughed at, a joke, like a joke, or laughter is something like that. Entertainment is like give you a thrill, the enjoyment of a thing. So I think a lot, like you said, words do affect people. So people might think fun is entertainment, and it's not, because we are so limited. A lot of us are limited on words, on definition and meanings of words, that we think that one word will lap into another, and it doesn't. So we are miseducated in a certain word like fun. People may think that fun is entertainment, and it's not. So you know the way people view things is always going to get in the way, especially if they don't have a true understanding of what the word means. One of the craziest things that me
Right.
and Word would always talk about is the greatest thing that we was told. The greatest lie that we was ever told in our lives was that sticks and stones will break our bones, but words would never hurt us. That for me. That's the biggest lie that they ever told us in human life.
You got
Because
that
if that's
right.
the case, because if that was the case, we wouldn't have bullying over words. We wouldn't have people losing their lives over words. So this is why we ourselves, we have to do our own soul searching and understanding of words and all of that. We have to do it ourselves, because if we keep relying on people, we always going to be led astray. So we have to do some work on ourselves and stop worrying about, well, not stop worrying about it, but we in order for us to help somebody, we got to help ourselves. And the best way we can help ourselves is understanding what's going on with us individually.
Absolutely. There's a saying: if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. I, it is necessary to afford proper guidance to a young person, that they are that they're focused on the direction in which they're headed. It's like, children need their parents to guide them. Otherwise, any road is gonna do. When really it's our job as parents to make sure that they're on the right road, you know. And a lot of us, well, I'll speak for myself. Um, I have family members that said, "You're gonna do what you want to do," you know, like if they were observing me doing something that was against my best interests, as opposed to having the words to communicate a proper direction. Their resolve was, you're going to do what you want to do, or you have to figure that out for yourself, or, just all kinds of leaving it up to you. And I find that confusing. In my memory, it's like, what makes them think that fate would not be better served without your guidance? I believe in fate. Don't get me wrong. I believe in fate. At the same time, I think it's better served with proper guidance. And a lot of people who loved us, who fed us as best as they knew how, weren't equipped to articulate the direction that we ought to go. I would not have ever joined the military if it I wouldn't like let's okay. I get real touchy about this. When I
Take your
look
time.
back, yeah, when I look back on why I made the decision to do what I did, which afforded me to be well decorated, which is fate. Okay. It just happened to be a time in history that I did what was expected of me to do to serve this country. Okay. What I didn't understand is how well decorated I am. As far as I was concerned, a couple of years back, it was just something I did. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a veteran. So what? It's like, no, you don't understand. Look at the character of your service. Look at the unit awards. Look at the trophies. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. And I was like, oh shit, that's significant. It was like, you goddamn right, that's significant. Why is it that you have such low self-esteem that you didn't investigate how you differ from other people that have served? And I had to ask myself that question. And the foundation comes from the the dismissiveness. How can I put this? The whole this damn, cause see, I'm trying to. I don't want to disrespect my family. At the same time, there was a, you got to figure that out for yourself type of response towards us children at that time. You know, we could ask, like, what does this mean? Why does this happen? Why? Some people work too goddamn hard to be addressing a child's why questions. And that was the situation in my family. We have, people that, catered to us when it came to our necessities and wants. But when it came to guiding us by programming what we ought to focus on in life, there was this, dismissiveness, like, you gonna do what you want to do. Uh, what's the point of you asking this question when you gonna do what you want to do? When in fact, an authoritative figure that you regard has the power to guide your path. They just got to speak it and say, if I was you, it seems like you're good with oratory skills and talking, and with the aptitude test, you could pursue the career that serves your comfort and convenience in the future. No, they didn't have the words to do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you tell a child
Yeah, I was
with the
about to.
aptitude test, you can pursue a career. Once it's determined with an aptitude test what you're good at, that you are agreeable with, you can pursue the comfort and convenience that best serves you as a career. That's a really concise, specific message But a lot of our older people back in the day didn't know how to articulate that. They wanted us to be all right, but they didn't know how to tell us how to be all right. And so
But
the result is you got to figure that out for yourself. You gonna do what you want to do. You know, that whole not admitting that I don't know how to communicate to you. I don't know how to communicate, how to direct your life. I don't know how to, like, you know, that's what bothers me about the older generation. They refuse to admit that they were ignorant as fuck. I'm sorry.
I was
I'm
about to
sorry to say,
say,
but that's the truth.
nah, but
They
nah, because I was about to
refused
say,
to admit that they was too ignorant to, you know, speak life and guidance.
yeah, I was about to
But
say,
they
when you
loved
were
us.
saying that,
They love
I
us,
was,
but they don't. They were, but their pride would not allow them to say, I don't know how to tell you anything other than I love you and good luck." Some shit, I don't know. But they
I was
just
about to say,
refuse to admit that they lack effective communication. They refuse to acknowledge that. I wish they could because they have wisdom in their mind that they just can't articulate. And, you know, I'm only confessing all this because the anniversary of a loved one's passing is coming up, and I'm just thinking about their specific type of care for me. And I'm positive if they had it in them, they would have guided me specifically in my formative years. But the whole thing is the entire inquiries about life was you got to figure that out for yourself. You know, that's that, you know, when you
um,
couple that with all these, you know, these sayings like fat meat is greasy, a hard head makes a soft behind. And, you know, like when you couple it with all these damn Mississippi sayings, it does um plant a seed of confusion. I'm saying all this to say this. It's important to be educated if you're going to be a parent. You know, it's important to educate yourself. It's very important because that child is going to need guidance, and it it is best that it's a good idea to be able to address their concerns in a way that they can understand it, as opposed to relying on traditional dismissive statements that, you know, where they go through life trying to figure what the fuck, what did they mean by that? You know, um, still waters run deep. You know, all these allegories, right? All these proverbs and stuff. It's like get to the like. I really would have liked for those who have raised me to be more articulate in explaining a path for me. And I promise you, because I promise you, it would have made things a little bit different. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm long winded
oh,
this time of night. I'm sleepy. When I'm sleepy, I get long winded. I apologize.
oh no, you too. But I was saying like, I'm gonna give a statement. I'm gonna tell you a story. But I came to that understanding that it would have been nice for a lot of things to happen. As far as the way I was raised and educated and all that.
But then you look at it like they didn't know. So how would I expect them to give it to me if they didn't have it in the first place? It wasn't given to them to give to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they can only use what they got. The only thing they had was those sayings. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even given that, it was a blessing. You know, it was just up to us to understand it or get some type of form of comprehension. But you said something at the beginning where you was talking about the accolades that you received from the military, and you didn't look at it as like significant at first until you went back and looked at it. And when I was younger, I was real good at sports, right? And everybody always told me, everybody always praised me and everything. But the one person I wanted to hear from, I never got it. So I never felt it because even though everybody else was telling me, the one person who at that point in time it mattered, I didn't get it from. So I didn't look at it as significant as it really was until later, until I stopped seeking that person's approval. And then I seen how badass I was. And a lot of times that's what happens, man. Um, a lot of times that's what happens. Even in life, uh, we can do a lot of great things, but if we ain't get that validation from the one person or the couple people that we really want it from, the one we trying to prove it to, then it becomes insignificant. No matter how many people tell you how great or special or any of that shit. That's just how it works, man. Until we stop sleeping. But yeah, I respect the OGs now. But I felt that same affinity at first because I'm like, damn, why y'all ain't put me in this position or do this or do that? And I had to realize like they ain't have it in them to do it. And the ones who did, I wasn't looking for it from them. I was looking for it from the other people. So I mean that worked many. What up, School of Athens? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Can y'all hear me okay?
You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but um yeah, the
Oh
OGs.
yeah, we definitely hear you. That was good. That was good work right there. Good work.
Yeah, man, and a lot of stuff we go through as children, man, that it builds us who we are as adults, how we view the world and everything. Until I don't want to sound cliche, but heal from it. Once we heal from it, then we understand it more. We get a comprehension of it. But like even when you were saying like earlier, the defense mechanism, that ain't nothing bad to have in place. More like I always tell people when you first like handling issues like from the past, present issue, first thing you do, you have to put a coping mechanism in place. That way you can actually deal with it because if you don't have a coping mechanism in place, you'll consistently get triggered and have nothing to do but act capricious or be impulsive. Um, but if you have a coping mechanism in place, at least you have something that you go to if this happens, and that's not there forever. That's only there to allow you to work on whatever you need to work on. So um, that aspect too, when you was like, that's your standard, your boundary that you set. Okay, if I get on the panel and then bullshit start coming, then I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do that. You got a plan in place. You know what I'm saying? So that means you're working on whatever it is that you feel you need to work on dealing with people. And a lot of times, like I said, it ain't even you. It can be other people because YouTube, like let's face it, this is a place of content. So I mean, people always. I ain't gonna say always, but people will act the ass uh, just for the content.
It's crazy. You know, I was trying to introduce the concept of reading labels for protein powders that build muscle, and
Hmm.
um, they wanted to shut me up. You know, and it's like, no, you don't understand. There are ingredients, additives in some of the, the more famous name brand muscle building protein powders that you should be aware of that can cause adverse effects. And they were like, "Who are you? What are your credentials?" I was like, I'm getting ready to read the ingredient list and the additives and explain what they mean and how it can affect you. And they didn't want to hear that. For years I was talking about nutrition and different, you know, interest in that regard. And I came to the conclusion that some people are not uh okay, I'll give an example, right? If I say that lavender tea is healthy, do you know there are people that are dumb enough to go to CVS to go to CVS and get lavender oil, but they didn't read the label that is for
Non-consumable.
aromatherapy.
Yeah.
It's for it's not for human consumption. Like and I had to stop having conversations in the interest of longevity for people. I was always trying to solicit a longevity conversation, and people will shut that down because they want to hear the drama. They want to hear the arguments. They want to hear the loud talking back and forth. That's what they want to hear. And sometimes I'm into it, but oftentimes I have discovered it's very taxing on the peaceful side of my spirit. So, when it comes to a channel like yours, I'm grateful. I'm grateful, as long as I'm welcomed, I'm cooperative. And
Oh
that's the
yeah.
constitution of my being. If I'm welcomed, I'm cooperative. When I am approached in an unwelcoming way, otherwise known as an insult, okay? As soon as I'm insulted, I have two choices to make. I can exit the panel or I can go into combat mode. And what disturbs me is that I'm compelled a lot of times to go into combat mode over the years prior, but not so much now. I think it's ridiculous for me.
Yeah.
As soon as someone insults me and I decipher that it's intentional, because there are people that will insult you, not you all specifically, but there are people that will accidentally uh, say something insulting. And so then there's this reasonableness where it's like, okay, they're not trying to insult me, they're trying to make a point. And that's when intelligence comes into the picture. But then there are some people who are just blatantly like, doing things to um affect you. I'll put it that way. And
Yeah.
that's
Security.
when I used to go into combat mode, and now I don't find that entertaining. It can be fun to listen to. I'm not gonna lie. It's fun to listen to people doing that, and sometimes it's quote unquote fun for me to participate in. But as I have grown weary with the predictability of these Black YouTube spaces, it's really refreshing to hear that you guys, you gentlemen, you men, are building on this channel. You are not going to accept anything than build in material as a conversation. And, I give you flowers for that. You know, thanks for welcoming. I'm sleepy, man. Thanks for welcoming me. And I'm going to be quiet now. I don't know if I'm going to jump off or not, but I don't plan on responding anytime soon because I'm sleepy. It's like 2 o'clock
Yeah,
in
that's
the
cool.
morning over here.
No, that's cool. I ain't gonna be on too much longer. But what up, though, Athen? I don't think I've ever speak to you on here. I think you was on
No,
here.
I was just waiting to. That was well said though. On I met you once before. I've been here 3 times, and all 3 times it was with your admin. Her, her and I. We had a lot in common from like the 1A community. The girl that, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think you know,
Commander.
but
Commander.
like the commander. Yeah, we ain't gonna say government name.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, we ain't gonna use our government name. Yeah, commander.
No, whatever. I'm not
He has
trying
a
to get her
sweet
name.
Oh
I
voice.
no, no,
just
no, no. You cool, bro. You cool.
Yeah,
He
yeah. I'm
has a
just saying.
sweet
So
voice,
all
right?
3 times
Uh-huh.
I was with her, and it's just kind of ironic you weren't here all those 3 times, and everybody spoke so highly of you, and they were like, "Yeah, you got to meet him." And they said you'd like him the way you speak. You speak, it sounds like you'd have a lot in common with him. And just before what you said about that validation, that was like the first time I actually heard you speak, and I agreed. I wrote down there, well said. I agree with everything you said right there.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate. Yeah, man. I'm a cool dude, bro. I'm pretty laid back, and I speak reality, bro. What I see, what I observe, and that. But yeah, man, you more than welcome. I love it. I heard you speak on the replay, a couple
Oh, you
times.
did?
Yeah, yeah, I heard you speak on the replay a couple times.
Was I right? Was I right? I passed the test?
Yeah, man, you good, you good. That's why I said I was kind of geek. I'm gonna stay on a little longer to, rap with you a little bit.
All
Um,
right. That's all right.
yeah,
I
yeah, we
like
go
what
right.
to comment on Mela though, just to like kind of piggyback off your comment, because you were kind of winding up there. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to reply because you weren't getting any feedback, but I was just waiting for you to finish. When you said the insulting part, do you remember that? When you're like, unless somebody insults me,
Yes.
I like that part because after that, you explained because I see the old me would have jumped in right there and would have been like, yeah, 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 but you gotta deduce if it's an insult or not. You know what I mean? But now that I'm older, I get that knowledge to the wisdom. I wait, and you said what I was gonna ask you, and you explained it already. So I think that a lot of people, when we use the word you in America, remember when you just said you're like, not you specifically, but people? I think I do that a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I do that a lot too because a person hears that word you and they're so in their own head, right? Immediately they'll come back at you and then it just starts something that's not even there that you're not even saying. So I can tell the type of person you are. You know what I mean? To almost like think about what you're
It
doing.
was a
You're almost
cruel
you
tutelage.
you're almost cradling the person though, right? You're like cradling them because you don't want them
No,
to
it's
in a good
about
way.
awareness, to be honest,
Yeah,
because the cruel tutelage of observing the pattern in which someone became offended enough to offend me, I noticed the pattern was I would say things such as you in an
yeah,
example. And what I had learned over a period of time is to make clear that it's a generalized
yeah.
scenario or statement as opposed to
Right.
um that there's a word for it,
Do you
subliminal.
know what? Do you know what
As a,
I've done?
yeah, it's not subliminal, it's
Uh huh.
literally something in make believe land in my head that I'm
Unconscious,
into.
subconscious.
Yeah, I'm introducing scenarios that could utilize the word you.
Sure,
And I've learned over time that I have to adjust those scenarios with
sure.
the disclaimer that I'm not referring to anyone specifically because, believe it or not, there are people that um, are tuned in, as the gentleman had mentioned. We're sensitive people, right? There are people that are sensitive to tuning in to what they would perceive as a subliminal message.
Hey,
And
absolutely.
so when I say not you, I am announcing a disclaimer that you have no worry about a subliminal message. I'm just
Sure.
talking.
Do you know what I've tried to done over the years? So
What's that?
my background was a history major, right? And I took a ton of philosophy and psychology. That's what I like. You know, I'm big with psychology. I work as, you know, I'm a behavioralist. That's what I do. And uh, so
Oh, we gonna have fun.
I took a ton of um history courses, right? And my thesis was on the War of the Roses. So a lot of British history. So I'm in tune with the British culture. And instead of you, do you know what they say a lot over there? They say one.
One,
So think
yeah.
about that, how you use that in a sentence. Like when you're trying to do something, they'll say
How one would
when
do.
one,
Yeah.
yeah, when one tries to do something, you know, one does one's best. Like it's actually
As
taken.
opposed to saying when you do something.
Yeah, and when I heard that and it clicked in my head over the years, I was like, you know, that might eliminate a lot of, you know, friction that's never even there in the first place. So I've
Mhm.
tried to train my brain, like you said, like unconscious, subconsciously to say the word one. You know what I mean? Like to try
Mhm.
to get it into my
A lot of
vocabulary.
people present themselves on panels in a defensive mode, and as soon as the a scenario includes you, they it triggers a subliminal
Absolutely.
yeah, it triggers something
It's
subliminal.
unconscious though. It's an unconscious
It's an
reaction.
unconscious
That's
reaction.
really
It absolutely is.
that's really what it is. You know,
Yeah.
it's opposed
But
to a
see, look, this
subconscious. Go ahead.
this this the reality too. Like this what I had to understand before I even started dealing with YouTube. You know, I'm well traveled. I've seen a lot of places, been around a lot of people, and I realized everybody fucking different, right? So when I'm in other countries, I'm more open to their culture or the way they do things. But
You're
when people
absolutely
come
right.
on, so so I'm accustomed to kind of comprehending people versus trying to understand them, you know.
Absolutely.
So on YouTube, like it's people who say boy a lot. You say boy to a black man, you think it's derogatory, but that might be the culture or uh, the language,
Sure.
the lingo that they use. You know
Sure.
that's
Absolutely.
common to them. So when people, I always like people to delineate uh, or be more concise with what they're saying. So before I feel insulted by someone, I'd be like, well, what do you mean by that? You know, and
Yeah,
I don't feel ain't
you
nothing
ask a
wrong.
question. You don't make
Yeah,
an
before
assumption,
I'm,
you ask the question. That's the
but
most
then you
important
see
thing.
this too.
And
You
that's
have to be,
intelligence.
That's
you
right.
have to be emotionally responsible to even do that though. A lot of people on this internet broken, bro. So they trigger
Yeah, yeah.
easily. You know, and most
Sure.
conversations people generalize. But this is another thing too. I wanted to tell Bella and Gary earlier. Just take this. I had to tell my wife this. Just take this into like process this real quick. Everything that comes out of us is within us. So any expression is a projection, right, of what's inside of us. So if I'm an angry person, that's how I'm gonna express myself. If I'm a happy person, that's how I'm gonna express myself. If I'm a secure person, that's how I'm gonna express. That's what I'm gonna project out of me. A lot of these people, you seeing who they are, just in a daily action is just we don't know how to. Most people don't know how to read it. So when we talk about even emotional intelligence, that's just a way. That's a barometer to gauge where people at, bro, and where you at too.
Absolutely.
You know, where you at. You know, are you still traumatized by your past experiences? Because a lot of us on here strangers, bro. I never wake up like, let me go on YouTube and insult someone because it's not in me to do so. But
A
if
lot of
it's in
people
me,
do.
because it's in them, bro. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, no. Listen, you're everything you said. So my name is School of Athens. You can see the painting that's in my avatar. That's Raphael 1511, right? The School of Athens.
Mhm,
That's the you know the PAT, Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Alexander the
mhm,
Great's in there. Scientists. It's I'm all about thinking, right? And so I want people around. Like a disagreement is a good thing, first of all, right? Like
mhm,
because if you disagree on something then maybe you can learn something. I don't know if you heard me say in the last one, but I was speaking about, like, I used to run the debates. We did like high school, I was on the team, and then we did the club in college, right? But my professor said something to me. No, no, actually, I take that back. My teacher in high school said something to me. He said the winner of the debate is actually the loser,
The
because
loser.
they, yeah, because the loser is the person that learned something, and the
Hmm.
winner didn't learn anything new. He taught somebody else something. But the loser, right, in quotes, I say that in quotes, has to be humble enough to say, wow, you know what? We have a difference of opinion. I stated the facts that know. You stated the facts that you know. And these are facts from published papers from experts, right? Or .gov.edu websites that are, told, that are facts that were told. Or like you said before about the nutrition facts, you were going to read that from the FDA, right? The Food and Drug Administration. That's what you were going to read to those people. Those are facts. And they're
Those
asking
are
you for,
facts.
and yeah, so they say, "Oh, what are your credentials?" Well, I can read, right? This is from the FDA. This is a fact. And if you're humble enough to say, "Wow, I'm going to stop and think about this. I didn't realize that." You're right. You've really won because you've learned. I'm big into knowledge, and past knowledge turns into wisdom. Wisdom is keeps you on the path to enlightenment, and that's what I
Hmm.
seek. It's the only
I
thing I seek.
love enlightenment. I
That's
love
the only thing.
enlightenment.
Yeah,
It's
that's
it's amazing when I I did call it cruel tutelage in terms of these YouTube pleasantries and arguments and everything in between. What I can say is that I've evolved in enlightenment based on communicating with strangers over almost a decade online. It's it's a priceless education discussing different things with different people from around the world. It's amazing.
yeah, I totally agree. I've only been doing this form of
It, it
interaction
it does
for
get on
about
my nerves when I encounter, jerks,
sure.
but you can learn from jerks too.
Well, I can learn from you about this type of interaction because I've only been here for about 22 months, and I'll tell you, like,
Boy,
I'm
you're
in like,
blessed.
yeah, I'm in late. Well, I had a long term relationship, right? And then we broke up, and now I found myself right in the house alone. I have no children. You know what I mean? I'm in my late 30s. You know
You
what I
got
mean?
time on your hands.
I got, I have no children, and I've been like just socking away money. I got a Roth IRA and a 401. I'm not rich by any means, not even close. But when you don't have children, you're able to put away
Yeah.
money each month, right? You know what I mean? Like that's what,
Hmm.
and what I do is, like you said, word, I take like 2 vacations a year to travel. That's what we do. And I've been all over the Caribbean, Jamaica, Mexico 3 times, Dominican Republic twice, Curacao. I snowboard. I competed in college, and whenever I go away, I immerse myself in the culture.
Hmm.
I'm an Italian American, so I still haven't found a type of food that I don't like. Do you know what I mean? There's
Hmm.
types of food that I like better than others, but I haven't found something I don't like. So, when I went to El Salvador. What did I get? Papusa. Do you know what I mean? Like I immerse myself in the religion, the music, the food, and in the language.
What about tempeh? Have you had tempeh?
No,
That shit is
Hey,
gross.
it's no good.
hey, bro. Hey, bro, man. I go off vibes, man. I like your vibe, man. I like people. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You got a real cool vibe.
he's
Hey, but
respectful.
I want to share this too because I'm a life coach and I coach couples. And you know what I tell the couples? Like a disagreement gives you opportunity for clarity. So when you was talking about the disagreement, there's
Sure.
levels, first you disagree, then argue, then you fight. The disagreement, if you can keep it there, okay, we don't see eye to eye on here. Let me be more concise or let me delineate more into the information, and you do so. and that gives us opportunity to clarity. It's not about who's right, it's about what's right. And if we, stay at that level of disagreement, we can gain clarity from it. So
Yeah,
that
I never
that's
really thought
my
of it.
that's my approach with
I like
because
that.
like even me as a content creator. I say I talk about a lot of metaphysics. I'm into a lot of different things, and I'm a practitioner. So it's a little different from somebody reading a book. So even when I talk about the chakras, I explain it different. Like this is an aspect of yourself, and I break it down in more of a philosophy way,
What about
Yeah.
versus
alchemy? Word.
alchemy is changing something from one thing to another thing. So alchemy is done in different ways. I practice
Okay.
alchemy. Even emotional alchemy is a thing.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
not just
Everything when you hear alchemy is like gold, right? Isn't that like what everybody
yeah,
thinks? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Mercury the
But
gold.
emotional, I like that.
Yeah, emotional alchemy. The practice of alchemy didn't even start with anything physical. It was all spiritual. So
Oh,
the,
I
the
gotta look
original
this shit
practice,
up.
yeah, the original practice of alchemy was all about changing one's spirit or changing one's nature. And it evolved into physical thing. A lot of stuff that we got now is watered down information. Even the way,
Oh yes,
yeah,
you gotta
even like,
search.
yeah, even searching, man. I mean, there's a lot like we gotta. I'm like I said, is where I find a lot of the answers at is in the practices. So, like, even when I talk about like when people say hoodoo, I was around a hoodoo position, for 3 years. I practiced with, trained in martial arts with. So, the way I
Wait, what
learned
did you say
hoodoo,
the name? I'm so sorry to stop you,
hoodoo,
but oh, voodoo
voodoo.
with a V.
No, no, not voodoo. See,
With the
voodoo is that.
H
Yeah,
as
Oh,
in
I know
voodoo.
what
Harry.
hoodoo is. I know what that is,
Yeah,
but not as well as you. I heard of it once on a movie called The Skeleton Key.
yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
And
about?
yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
go ahead. Go
Hoodoo
ahead.
is an African spirituality, but even some people like because I said I was around a practitioner. He didn't call himself a witch doctor. He called himself a practitioner. And he was telling me like this we it's nothing to do with blood or sacrifice. Like when he was like, no, it's just uh it is aligning yourself with different frequencies through different practices of gratification. I mean of showing gratitude basically. So we made altars to the ancestors, we didn't worship anything, but we showed
The
gratitude to the
practice of
earth.
gratitude.
Yeah, that's basically what it
The
boils down to.
the
And I would never have knew
demonstrative
that.
practice of gratitude.
Is
Yeah.
I
that
would
movie?
never, I would
Is that
never
movie?
have knew
Go
that.
ahead.
I would never have knew that if I just read about it.
Yeah, I
I
see what
would
you're
have
saying. You
never
had to
knew that.
physically experience it.
Yeah,
I see what you're
with
saying.
somebody
Yeah,
who's actually doing it,
is did you ever
versus
see that
somebody.
movie
Yeah,
Skeleton
the
Key?
skeleton key.
Is
Yeah,
that a false representation of hoodoo? Like that's not even like
it
true because
is.
I don't.
Is a so you got different ways people practice things. You know what I'm saying? So there is
Yeah.
what they call a light way and a dark way. You know,
Oh,
there's a light. Anything outside yourself is considered dark. Everything inside
okay.
is the light is inside. So you
I
don't
love
need
it.
anything external. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need a sacrifice or no blood or anything like that to connect with the divine because the connection is within you. So we don't worship because worship is considered you asking for something that was already given. So
Uh-huh.
we show thanks to meet. If we already, it's a whole psychological
Yo,
aspect.
I'm
Think about it
totally
like
with
this.
you though. I'm
You, you
totally
know,
following you.
like even when they talk about
It,
manifestation,
it's the
right?
absence of desire, right? The absence of desire. That isn't that what you're trying to, is that what you're
And
saying?
that's where you're trying to get to.
Yes, that's
That's
in
where
like
you're trying to get to.
so do you know what
Yeah.
other religion is like the whole point is the is Buddhism.
Hindu, Buddhism,
And
yeah.
yeah, and I
Yeah, I practice.
really go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead, brother. Oh no, go
So
ahead, brother.
all because I can go off on a tangent. I'll try to say quick. So I'm an omnist, right? Omnism.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah,
Omnism.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for people who don't know, omnism is the acceptance of any religion,
And
and it doesn't even matter if you have your own belief. Like, if you want to worship that rock right there, if you want to worship another person, okay, if it makes you a better person inside, right, you strive, and that's okay with me. Because 3 months ago I went to the local mosque with a friend of mine that owns the smoke shop, and I got the experience of praying with him. And I went through everything, washed my hands to my feet. I went in and went on the rug. I met the imam. I spoke to him. I grew up and was baptized Roman Catholic. I've studied at the temple with a couple of Jewish friends of mine. I just want it all, you know. But the
mm,
center of omnism, like the center, is that om. That's the
mm,
omnism. It means one. That's
on
it's
one.
from Boot. Yeah, it's from Buddhism, and I could go crazy, but I just wanted to get that out there so you can know what kind of person I am when it comes to religion.
Now, see, when I have people conversations about religion, like I tell people, I use everything, bro. Whatever's beneficial. You know, if it's religion, spiritual, whatever's beneficial, bro.
Right,
That's what
man.
I use. You know what I'm saying? So, like I practice my and my tells us to show reverence to all altars, meaning be respectful to all gods. If it's yours or not,
Oh
be
yeah.
just respectful. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I don't see a problem with that, you know. And like I said, it made me a better person because I went through everything, bro. I was trying to find my soul at one point, and I practiced Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism.
Oh,
I
that's
studied
Japanese, right? The
Shuism,
Taoism, that's big in Japan,
uh,
correct?
the Taoism. Yeah, they practice. So I mean, Shinto is the
And I was gonna say
national.
Shintoism. That was the
Yeah,
other one, right? Yeah.
yeah. Shinto is like the national, but there's a lot of Taoists.
Yep. Yep.
They
Yep.
came from, they actually left China and went into Japan. You know, the history of Taoism
Yep.
because,
Early,
uh,
we talking early like
yeah,
migrations, right? You
yeah,
said, yeah, yeah.
yeah, a lot of Taoists went to, went over to Japan because at that time, Taoism and Buddhism, you know, well, the Tao came out of Buddhism anyway.
And it all started right in the middle, right? And everybody went
Hmm.
east and west, right? You know. Well, so when do you think the early migrations went straight? It would be east, right? Like east. Do you think? Because like, what do you think? I always try to look at the way like humans, right, migrated to change it all. Like, I want to hear your thoughts on that. Like,
I mean, even like, I don't because I mean now we have to talk about the ice age when they came over the bridge and went down into I don't I'm not saying none of that didn't occur. I just believe people populated. I don't even want to say Pangea. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk about
yeah, yeah,
Pangea
that's tough.
and
Yeah, that's tough because we don't
you
have
know
the facts. But
yeah.
like you said, the land bridge, it makes sense to me. Like it started in the middle there in the dark continent and it went like east. And then,
Well,
they couldn't get over the Atlantic, right? So they had to get that Russia to Alaska, right? And then came down, right? Isn't that like what the theory is?
even people over in China and Japan have already confirmed. Is records that have well they proved it. So I'm not even gonna argue that that happened. I just feel like people always inhabited the planet, bro. I don't
Really?
believe in that all people came out of one. I don't believe that shit, bro. I'm sorry. I don't believe we came
Ah.
out of no ocean or nothing like that. I
Oh, you mean evolution, like Darwinism, you're
Yeah,
saying, right?
yeah. I
Okay,
don't
okay,
fuck with it,
okay.
bro.
All right.
None of that shit. I
That's
mean,
one
to
thing we
me,
disagree on. It's tonight I found, so that's okay. But that's one thing
yeah,
that,
yeah. No,
and
everybody.
I'm
No,
open. I'm open to
yeah.
listen
I
to
let everybody.
anything you.
I let everybody. I mean, people. Everybody. We individuals, bro. I enjoy. I'm cool with a lot of. Like I said, a lot of my friends. I have multicultural, multi-belief. And I hear what they say. I just don't accept it as my truth. It might be their
Sure,
truth, but you know what I'm saying.
sure.
But
But
like
you
that.
listen, because you
Yeah.
know why? Maybe one day you'll hear something they say that clicks. So, like
Yeah.
me and you disagree on Darwinism, right? But maybe
Mhm.
you read something new and you say, school, I was listening to this the other day and I said, holy shit, I never thought of that. And that makes me kind of look at something and then you know what I mean? If you're humble
Mhm.
enough to listen, you never know, right? You never know.
Yeah, I
I like
I
that.
believe, just like, yeah, the reason I don't believe in Darwinism because I just look at nature, bro, and it's like you telling me. I mean, I understand, species and how things,
Sure, sure,
adapt to the environment, but
sure,
I
sure.
just look outside to see how you got. Like I was telling my son, like a tree is a tree, but a different species, and I believe that's how humans are. Like I don't believe one human created all humans. I just don't believe that. I mean, I
Mm.
believe. I mean, what makes sense to me is, you know, I don't think we we evolved in nothing, bro. I mean, I'm crazy, bro. You call it crazy, whatever.
No,
Somebody
no.
made us,
Listen,
bro. Like
I
the
don't think you're
design of
crazy
human
at all,
beings,
man.
bro. That shit is too intricate. The way, like, with the when I was studying biology and shit, and just working in the medical field and actually seeing, like, bro, it's too. I'm not even gonna say perfect. It's too integral for
Uh,
someone to like the
that's
average person can't go outside and make a car, bro. Shit just don't
yeah,
happen
that's
like
a better
that.
word, integral. Integral is
Yeah,
a better word. I would agree. I don't think
yeah,
you're crazy one bit. I mean, I agreed with 99% of what you said tonight. And I mean that. I was trying to find something to disagree with you before and all the shit you were saying. I said, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. So how can I say you know what I mean? We're
yeah,
too alike to call you crazy and I be calling myself crazy then, you know?
yeah. I'm definitely crazy, bro. I don't think inside or outside the box. I create the fucking box. So
Ooh, that's like Kendrick Lamar. You know what Kendrick Lamar,
yeah,
right? Do you know
yeah.
what Kendrick Lamar song I'm talking about? Do you know that song when it's on I love Kendrick, man. He honest so
No,
I'm real big
Kendrick,
into like
he a goat, bro. Kendrick a goat, man.
yo, he do you know what his GPA was?
Mm-mm.
So he had a 4.1 unweighted GPA and he graduated sixth in his class in Compton. He never had a grade lower than A. You know, when he started at seventh grade, you take your first foreign language course that starts your permanent, high school record. He never had a grade lower than an A in ever in his entire career through eighth grade to 12th grade. Never.
Mm-mm.
And I like to say this. So history was most of what I studied, right? And do you know that I never even heard of Black Wall Street until I was 28 years old?
Mm.
And I was a history major in college. How sad is that? Like, I try to explain to people how information is, the most powerful weapon. Like, how could that be so suppressed that I never heard of that until I heard Kendrick Lamar sing about it in a song, and then I looked it up, and that's how I learned it.
Oh damn. So see, you ain't never heard of Roseville? Oh man,
I,
Rosewood, Rosewood.
I,
I'm thinking of the city
I
around me. I said Roseville.
no, but like Black Wall Street in Tulsa, like that's the
Yeah,
biggest race riot in history, and so much African American history is suppressed by the
yeah.
government, right, for education. And I couldn't believe that I never learned it before.
But
I couldn't believe.
think about it like this, bro. When have we ever heard the loser of a war write history?
Yeah, 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 yep, yep.
That's just
No,
how it is,
you're
bro.
right.
I mean,
Everybody says that. Yep.
uh,
The
so
winner
I mean,
writes. Yeah, the winner writes it. I mean, I remember the elementary social studies book, right? Because I have an eidetic memory. I don't have a photographic memory, but I have an eidetic memory, and in the book it said George Washington's teeth are made of wood, and they had a picture of a cartoon picture of dentures like that looked like wood from a tree, and it says that in the book, and it's
hmm
totally false. Like, but they just
hmm
that's a reference book. That's supposed to be 100% facts. That's not a nonfiction book because nonfiction is just based on a true story. A reference book. Right? That's supposed to be.
Hey, when did they tell you Jefferson had kids from slaves, bro?
When I learned that from the movie. I learned that from the
Bruh,
movie.
so I
Yeah.
mean, I like the thing. So even Like, man, it's just I've learned it it's different. Like Mello
Yeah.
said, it's different growing up black. But I had a lot
Jefferson
of
in Paris. That's the name of the
yeah.
movie. Jefferson in Paris. Yep. Because he brought the.
But
Oh,
I was blessed because I had a lot of intelligent people in my family. I had a lot of bourgeois Negroes, as they called them. Them was the educated Negroes in my family. So it was always stuff they was teaching us that we didn't know we was learning, but they was spitting game to it. You know what I'm saying? Telling us
I know
things that
exactly what. I know
you
exactly what
you
you're
had to
saying.
go deep into a book and found. So I was blessed with that, and I didn't appreciate it till I got older because I
Me,
didn't know.
me too.
You know, I thought it
Me
was
too.
normal. You know, like the way I came up, that's my experience. So I'm thinking that's how everybody came up, and it's not. You
And I
know.
think you're humble for saying that too, because a lot of people try to play down, their experiences when they're younger, right? Like if they if they had the same upbringing, they would try to say that they had it rougher than they did. And, each person's traumatic experience is different, right? For someone. So somebody could have had something happen to them that society looks at is worse than somebody else's, right, incident. But they were both affected in their mind the same way. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I think I lost you.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh, now I'm back. Now I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my bad. My wife called me.
That's
My
all good.
daughter
Oh, that's all good.
me my
Mm. But
in the bed, but hold on 1 second, bro.
yeah, no problem. Take your time. I'm here. I got time.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I hear you 5 by 5.
Okay, cool.
I had it a similar way. So my mother was an educator in public school system, mathematics, for 33 years. Um, and I have stepfather physics, right? And him and ma have been married almost like 26 years. Pops, him and mom had a real bad breakup, so I had some traumatic experience with the two of them. But when I was 17, just to give you a little insight to like what you were talking about, my mother sat me down and she said, "This is a credit card." I said, "Oh," and she said, "Uh." She goes, "I want you to go to the store and go buy a CD with it and then come back and you give it to me." So I did, I went and bought the CD. And remember, I'm 17, right? I'm a senior in high school. It's the beginning of my senior year, and then she sits me down and teaches me how to balance a checkbook at the end of the month. Do you know what I mean? Now,
Hmm.
that's extremely lucky to have, and I'll be thinking everybody's doing this, right? Now, after the year was over and I learned a little responsibility with it. Then I went away to school. She said, "Now this is going to be into your hands." And she explained to me the importance of credit, and you need to be responsible, like we would, and I learned from it, right? I learned from it. I went away, and I spent a little bit more than than I would have like today, but I didn't go overboard with it. And the bottom line is when I was 22 and I came home from school, I had good credit, you know, and I was able to get a loan out on a car, right, with no money down because of my credit. And that's what you know what I'm trying to say. I
Hmm.
was, and that was knowledge. I didn't know what she was teaching me. And then I'm 23, like, holy shit, I can walk into a dealership and get money from the bank because I have no credit. This is good, you know? You understand? Like, I got to keep this going. I got to keep this good. But I didn't know what the hell she was teaching me at the time.
Okay, y'all go to bed. Yeah, definitely, bro. But sometimes we don't recognize it until we recognize it. You know, but bro, I hate to cut the short, but I got two monsters, both of them woke. I gotta
Your
get them to sleep.
children, your parenting is the most important thing in this world. So it's a good thing we're doing. I'm just glad I got to get a hold of you, my man. Okay,
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, we gonna wrap some more, man. We gonna
I'll
wrap
be
some more.
around. I'll be around.
All right, bro. I appreciate it. Oh,
I
bro,
want.
you done lit it up. I got a cold brown in full effect. Cold brown.
All right, man.
Back up.
One. Uh,
You gonna leave right when I say I got a cold brown? I need help.
oh
I'm bullshitting,
shit!
bro. Go ahead,
That's
man. And
so
damn,
funny, Cobra. All right, man. Be good. One.
yeah. Have a good one, bro. Whoa, mama. I see why you wasn't asleep. But y'all, hey man, I appreciate everybody, y'all. You know, this was just a pop. We ain't really had nothing to talk about, but we still had a great conversation. Shout out to Gary, shout out to Mel, shout out to school. Well, you got membership over here, bro. So use it, man. I got some good content down there. Oh, bro, you got stuff on your back. How you get it on your back, man? What's going on? Oh man, it's Nate's fault. It's Nate's fault. Blaming all this on Nate. Nate used to always say he gonna tell my kids to hit me with dirty diapers. But let me get my butt off here, man. This ain't funny, bro. Ah, no, put the diaper down, bro. You gonna have crap everywhere. Oh my god, bro. He just picked the poop diaper up and was about to sling it. And dad my butt. What? All right, man. Eat. Hold on. Oh my god, why you? Yeah. It's nighttime. You know that, right? All right, y'all. I'm out. My butt. Go
And do it for the nine.
What up, Nine?
Acknowledge me!
They've been telling y'all love, and I came to tell y'all right. The way you feel influences the way you think, and the way you think dictates the actions you take.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.